Well, the good news is it stopped raining. The bad news is the race has been over for 4 hours. You'll have that in big time auto racing. Mike Mullen from MikeMullen.net. California's Auto Club Speedway Sunday night. Tony Stewart wins again. He's won twice this year, won 5 the last 10 last year. That means of the last 15 races, he's won 7 of them. That's a pretty darn good record. He was untouchable today in the California 400, but you got to feel bad for the people that are working at the racetrack. They only have one race now on the tour, and it rained halfway through. We fought the rain most of the day. After some brilliant skies in the morning, it just got wet and wetter and wetter. And finally, after 129 laps of the 200 lapper, they called it a day. Tony's in the lead. Busch led the first 80 laps pretty much. Denny Hamlin was up there too. Those 3 guys, Denny Hamlin, Busch, and Toyotas, and Tony Stewart and the Chevrolet. 3 guys had the field covered. Don't know what happened to Matt Kenseth. Didn't qualify well and didn't run that well. Cars are air sensitive at 208 miles an hour. We expected Jimmy Johnson to do a little bit better, but he had trouble with his oil line, and he was lucky to pull out of 10th. When they pulled the plug on the race and called the first caution, the only caution of the day on lap 125 for rain, he was smoking, ran over something, tore an oil line. He'd have been a goner if the rain hadn't saved him. Finished 10th. Chad Canal says, well, things are starting to look up, finally. Tony Stewart wins, follows up that victory at Las Vegas, in the Las Vegas 400, and Steve Addington, with 2 wins and 5 starts, is looking pretty good as Tony's new crew chief. Darian Grubb, he works for Denny Hamlin now. Had the second best car maybe in the field, maybe third best depending on where Kyle was. When Kyle gave up the lead to Tony, he tried to chase him back down, slapped the wall, and messed up the rear end a little bit. Was glad to finish second, the way things turned out. Then he should have finished second, but he made a pit stop at the end for gas and tires, figuring the race was going to be restarted. But anybody could look at the weather map and see this was going to be a tough day to finish all 400 miles. As a matter of fact, we didn't. 258 miles, and everybody's on the road home. And that's the story. Mike Mullen from MikeMullen.net. California's Auto Club Speedway on a rainy Sunday night.